My name's Ian Crawford and I'm Professor of Planetary Science here at Birkbeck, and today I'm going to ask the question, what is planetary protection and why is it important? One of the most exciting things that happens in space exploration today is searching for life on other planets. But this then raises a difficulty because we're searching for life on other planets with spacecraft that we've built on the Earth. So these spacecraft may have microorganisms on board that have caught a hitchhiked essentially from the Earth to, say, Mars, where we're looking for life. So this could be bad because we might think we've discovered life on Mars when actually we've only discovered Earth life that we've introduced to Mars because it's stowed away on our own spacecraft. So trying to minimize that is called planetary protection. There is another aspect of planetary protection that's perhaps even more important, and that is in the future we may want to collect rocks from Mars and bring them back to the Earth for study. Now, of course, Mars may have life of its own, so it would obviously be potentially disastrous if we brought Mars life to Earth by accident, and so samples brought back from Mars to the Earth also have to be sterilised, and then when they arrive on Earth they'd have to be examined in a high security biocontainment laboratory. So this is another aspect of planetary protection. So the two aspects of planetary protection, where we try to minimise introducing Earth life to other planets, this we call forward contamination, and forward planetary protection policies have to deal with that. In the event that we might accidentally bring life from another planet to the Earth, this is called back contamination, and so a different set of planetary protection policies have to be put in place to minimise that possibility. So currently the World Space Agencies adhere to something called the COSPAR Planetary Protection Policy. COSPAR is a committee that's linked to the United Nations that sets policy for planetary protection. They have a range of regulations depending a bit on which planet you wish to go to. So Mars is the most likely to have life of its own, and so Mars is in the highest category of planetary protection. And the COSPAR Planetary Protection Policy stipulates how sterilised a spacecraft has to be before you can land it on the surface of Mars. Now, of course, you can't sterilise a spacecraft or any piece of equipment with 100% reliability without destroying it. So we can only do the best we can, and the policy stipulates how many microorganisms are allowed to be potentially hitching a ride on a spacecraft before you can land it on another planet. There is another aspect of planetary protection which is quite important and often neglected though, and there is an ethical dimension. So as I've described it, the planetary protection policy, the forward planetary protection policy is in place so that we don't introduce life to another planet so that it doesn't interfere with our life detection experiments. So that's kind of a purely instrumental reason for wanting to protect planets from introducing Earth life. In the background, there's a higher ethical consideration. I mean, Mars might have life of its own, and therefore introducing Earth life to Mars might be disastrous for this indigenous life, quite independently of whether it's disastrous for our search for life. And this is a higher level ethical consideration that currently the COSPAR policy doesn't address, and I think the international community is only just getting to grips with the higher ethical dimension of our relationship or our possible interference with life elsewhere in the universe. So this is a whole new dimension of planetary protection that hasn't really been thought out yet, and I think needs to be.